I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm the Business Operations Manager for 2x2. I look after the data and the CRM system on a day-to-day operational level within the business.
I'm Russell Stables. I'm the Operations Director for 2x2. Look after, as the name suggests, the business operations of the company, including oversight of the strategic direction of our CRM system. 2x2 started around 2009. It's a procurement services company, and we work with organisations throughout the UK. Initially, our focus was working with churches. We're very much interested in working with organisations who have a clear social impact and the impact that churches have in their communities. Certainly was something we wanted to support. We moved then to support charities, and we've also now moved into the education sector as well. We work with many schools throughout the UK, helping them buy compliantly. We offer procurement consultancy support, and we create group buying arrangements for organisations, and our focus is very much on how can we help organisations release funds for their core mission. If I think back to when we first implemented a CRM system, because as a company we've been going just over 10 years, I think it was 2013, we didn't have a CRM system at all. It was Excel sheets, is basically how we were managing things at that time. So we undertook an exercise to identify what CRM system we think would work best for us at that time. And we looked at cost, and a big thing for us was flexibility and be able to bespoke the CRM system to do what we particularly needed for 2x2 for our business. And that's why we ended up selecting Sugar back in 2013. Now we've been on a journey since then. I think fundamentally we want to understand our customers better, and we want to understand their behaviour, and that is a key strategic objective for us. And we see having a CRM system that works for us to be really important in that, and a system that we can develop as our business grows and as our business develops. So yeah, that's really what we see as the main focus of our CRM system. How do we understand our customers better so we can serve them better, so we can market to them better, is our main priority. CRM is data at the end of the day. It's a system that's harnessing the data we have, but allowing us to control that data, allowing us to consider what data model we're using, which allows us to create meaningful reporting that informs the business, helps the business make better decisions more often, and that's what we want to be doing. We want to understand our customers more. We want to understand what products they're using, what products they're not using, how long it's taken them to use those products, how long does it take from our conversation through to them signing up to a contract. That's really useful information for us and allows us to serve our customer better and understand where we're bringing value and where maybe we could be doing better and bringing more value. It allows our team at 2x2 to have a very quick snapshot of where we are with individual customers. So if a call comes in, if an email comes in, we've got one point where we can go, okay, what experience do we have with this customer? How many interactions have we had with this customer? What are they using? And just as important, what aren't they using as far as the services we provide? So we see that as a key advantage to the CRM system and one of the most useful points of it, because it gives that sort of a 360 view of them in one place. So rather than having a bit of information in our CRM relating to customer information, some in CRM and some in other systems, which means a complication for staff, that actually means complication in training new staff. So to have one system where it brings it all together is important. And also when we consider use of our other systems, where our finance system or our resource system, being able to go to one place for customer related information, if we want to bring various reports together, is also an advantage of having customers in one place. I think it's given us consistency of reporting, because we're treating customers the same way and we're reporting and bringing data together in the same way. It allows us to generate reports that helps us understand the behaviour of our customers, whereas previously in our journey with CRM we've maybe bolted things on here and there, whereas we've taken time now to review our whole CRM system and bring consistencies to the business and consistency to how we're dealing with our customers, which then allows for meaningful reporting, which helps managers, directors make better decisions. I think moving from on-premise did reduce a risk for us as far as hosting that service individually as 2x2. So moving to the cloud gives us added level of security, added layer of resilience, which I think is welcome. We also found previously to move into the cloud that when we were on premise, updates were going to be happening every 2-3 years, possibly beyond that. So the regular updates we get with the in the cloud solution, I think it's around every quarter we get an update. We know we're current, and I think that's useful from a resilience point of view, from a security point of view. It's also quite good for the staff because they see a system that's actually been, even if it's small, it's like when you see your updates on your iPhone, it's like, oh, I've got something new now. I think that's good for the team just to see, okay, we've got a system here that we are spending, that we want to develop and want to be cutting edge for our staff as well. So moving from on-premise to cloud is something that had been mentioned to us probably for a couple of years, and in any big change like that, there's always a concern, and there's a concern about risk. Is it the right thing to do? Are we losing control? What if something goes wrong? Will the support be available to protect us? Will that help be available as soon as we need it? Whereas if it's on-premise and we're sort of managing that internally, we can direct support right away. So those are the sort of concerns we would have. Our concern on the move was, would this sort of hinder how we can develop the system? And we've not found that to be a problem. We did incorporate moving to the cloud as part of a wider CRM project, looking at transforming our use of CRM, and it went very smoothly. I must admit we've not really had any problems during that transition. We felt we were well supported by Sugar and by Redkay, I can't recall any significant issue during that period of transition from on-premise to the cloud, and then ongoing. Again, the support's continued to be there, and this fact that we know we're current, we know we're up to date, we've got those the security in place that we need, that resiliency has been a positive. And savings that we've achieved through moving from premise to the cloud. I would say when we had it on premise, we were responsible for backup, we were responsible for putting the time in to make sure it was resilient, the security was in place, and there's a cost to that. There's also a time factor there. Our IT manager was taking up a significant amount of his time just making sure the infrastructure was correct for our on-premise solution. That moving to the cloud goes away, and so it's good from a time-saving point of view, but also from a peace of mind point of view as well, knowing that yes, that again, that security is there, that resiliency is there. It's not dependent on us. We don't carry that. We've got a provider who's looking after that for us. I think benefits of being in the cloud have certainly been that the continuous improvement that we've seen that we didn't see when we were on premise, and that has been picked up from staff who note that yes, we're seeing these benefits every quarter, updates, which has helped with engagement, because staff see it not as a stagnant tool, but something that has continued to develop, continues to be improved. I think the option to feed back what we think is working and what's not working to Sugar, that helps them consider updates. Obviously it's not what 2x2 says, but that the opportunity for various customers to feed back to Sugar for them to consider, that can happen much easier in the cloud, obviously, than on premise.
We had a lot of expected positives. I think the big unexpected one is because we were always struggling with our data, and we sort of had an idea that the data is going to get better because you told us the data was going to get better, but actually seeing that and knowing what we can now see, what we couldn't see before, and because we started to implement Power BI to do a lot of the reporting and forecasting and things as well, linking to the CRM data, and that has helped us to make decisions now that we didn't have that ability to do that before. It was always like a guess before, like an instinct, but now we've got data to show what we're doing.
Going forward, we've certainly still got growth plans for 2x2. We want to continue to develop within the educational sector. We spend a lot of our time working with schools, and again, as I mentioned previously, 2x2 is very much interested in working with companies that can have a clear social impact. So we continue to work with schools, we continue to work with charities, we continue to support them in their core procurement needs. How can they buy more efficiently? How can we give them that peace of mind that they're buying in an approved manner where required? We'll continue to grow in that area and how we can serve our customers better and use technology to do that. A key lesson I've learned is don't expect it to be right first time. I think you have to spend time identifying what your needs are, spending time considering that, spending time with teams, making them understand the changes that are coming, and help them understand the benefits that it's going to bring. Help them understand, and this is quite important as well, it's not a case that everything will be quicker in your processes. Some processes might take a little bit longer, but they're bringing extra value to our understanding of the customer. So we need, I think that's important to manage expectations. And again, like I said at the start, it's an iterative process. So we've gone through various CRM developments. Our most recent one has been a major CRM development, which has seen significant change in the business. But we tried to make it clear from the start, when we go live with this development, that's great, but there's still a journey we want to go on. There will still be changes, and involve the team in that. Open up clear routes of communication where the team can say, it'd be better if it did this, or if you notice we've got a bit of a problem here, encourage that clear line of communication so we can consistently improve what we have with our CRM system. Developing our CRM system has definitely been a journey, and it still is a journey. So we've not arrived there. I think that's good because we try and encourage a sense of continual improvement within 2x2, and that's very much with our CRM system as well. We can always do better, and we want to look at that, and we want people not to be afraid of suggesting changes, because we appreciate the system has to continue to develop. It is a journey we're on, and our customers' needs will change. So it's not, our CRM system isn't just about making the business more efficient, it's about serving our customers better.